Now the Dow's up 110. Okay, as the president and his administration hobnob with world leaders in the Swiss Alps, somebody back home is leaking details of the infrastructure plan that he might roll out at Wednesday's State of the Union address. While the White House hasn't said that the leaked plan is the president's plan, they haven't yet said that it isn't. So let's just tell you, it's got a $1.7 trillion price tag on it. And then the question hovering over it, how to pay for that. Now, Adam Shapiro just talked about this in the last hour, something called value capturing, where landowners around the construction of bridges and rail stations would be targeted with taxes due to the fact that their property is suddenly worth more because of the new infrastructure. They would be extracting value from the perceived success and growth around the infrastructure plan. One company that would be greatly impacted, perhaps, by the pending infrastructure, Union Pacific. It runs the largest railway system in the United States, spanning 23 states. And right now, we've got the chairman, CEO, and president of Union Pacific, Lance Fritz. Lance, we don't know if that was a trial balloon that administrations sometimes send up to see how people react, but let's just first get your reaction. How would Union Pacific be directly impacted or indirectly by such a plan?
Let's start at the highest level, Liz. We love infrastructure investment because it helps the U.S. economy be more robust. A good highway system, a safe airway system, robust electricity grid, all that ultimately would benefit the Union Pacific. Now, we're a firm believer in user pays, right? We maintain our own right-of-way and private property, and we'd want the users of those infrastructure investments to pay for them as well.
Do you get the whole idea that anybody who happened to own land nearby a rail station that you might build, or who knows what, that they should then be taxed even though there's no firm dollar sign on just how much they may benefit from such infrastructure?
So, Liz, I haven't seen this leaked report or plan, so I really can't talk about those details. I will tell you, in general, we're not big fans of higher taxes.
That's good to know, because I don't think most Americans are. Speaking of the taxes and tax plans, corporate tax cut, how do you see that affecting you guys?
First and foremost, it's going to impact the U.S. economy favorably. I think it makes our manufacturers more competitive globally and more competitive locally, and that's good for us, right? Because that'll prompt the industrial economy and the consumption economy to grow and prosper. As a result, then, that's going to generate more opportunity for us, which will drive capital investment, and it'll drive employment, and our jobs are very high-paying jobs.
And also, when there's more demand, there's more commerce and activity, fuel prices tend to go up. Your quarterly numbers, you did get hit by higher diesel prices, correct? What do you do about that when you've got that issue and yet you've got more carloads because the economy is doing better and companies are selling more and they need to move their product?
Yeah, I would tell you, if the diesel price is increasing because of a robust economy, we'll take that math. We're more competitive than our primary competitor when it comes to fuel economy. We're 4 or 5 times more fuel efficient than truck, which means we're also more environmentally friendly. And right now, truck capacity looks like it's tight, which is a real optimistic part of our outlook into 2018. So if diesel grows a little bit, we've got surcharges in place to recognize that, and it really generally helps our business from a competitive perspective.
It's sort of the railroad that shall not be named, like Voldemort. Is that Burlington Northern? Because Burlington Northern is stealing some of your carload share, as I understand it. Western Cargo, and of course that's owned by Warren Buffett and Berkshire. What's going on there, and how do you get that back? Can you reverse that tide?
Well, without commenting on anybody else's business model, I would say that we compete aggressively in our marketplace for business. And when we compete for that business, we do the math on can we generate an attractive return out of that business, and will it generate enough to reinvest back into the railroad? Those are the markets and the business opportunities that we pursue and take advantage of. Right now, the marketplace for coal and international intermodal is particularly competitive and aggressive. Most other markets that we serve, we compete with somebody. A lot of time it's truck. And I think we're holding our own in most of those markets.
Well, it's great to see a booming economy, or at least getting there, starting to really rev up, and I can only see positive things for the railroads. Thank you, Lance. It's great to see you.